Where he's from.
His
I
head,
live.
I was thinking he is from Texas.
Hmm.
Yeah, because he has on Steam picture huge black Stetson.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Okay.
No, I'm just a cowboy. I'm
Hmm.
from Texas.
Turn left.
No, I'm just a southern boy. I wish. So, my
Oh.
sister's from Texas. I got family in Texas. Ontario. It's in Ontario.
Ontario.
Wolves
Then
of
I'm thinking
Ontario.
about Canada when
Yeah,
you say
me
that,
too.
but no, it's not.
Right? No, no, no.
If you ask me before, I will say yeah, Canada.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Yep, turn truck.
When somebody says Albany, yeah, I think about country south from Croatia.
Okay.
Yeah, do you know where is Albany and who is the, let's say, famous person
Yeah,
from Albany?
Albania or what?
Yep.
What do you mean? Yeah. Trailblazer, do you know of your ancestors' history?
Slightly.
Slightly. Yeah, you don't know. I can hear you're white. You're not black.
No. I'm Italian, Irish, Puerto Rican.
Okay.
Ooh, Italian, Irish, Puerto Rican. Okay, nice mix.
That's Italian, Puerto
Well,
Rican.
how far back do you know your family's history?
Not too much. I know my dad's side of the family, they came in on boats from Italy.
Okay.
Keep right, and
And,
then exit right.
like, our last name is during
Exit
Italian,
right.
and it got mixed up somewhere along the lines that they made the U.S. made them
Get
change
ready
it
to
to
turn
the way
right.
it was spelled before. I don't know why.
What you mean the last name or what?
Yeah, like because our last name used to be Buva,
Yeah.
and
Right.
they changed it to Bo.
Okay.
And I don't remember what exactly why
Keep
they
right.
did that. There was a reason for it, but I don't remember why. My grandpa was talking about it, but I didn't know my dad's side of the family until I was 16 years old, so I don't know much of the history there.
Okay.
And then my mom's side of the family, my grandma came over on the boats from Ireland.
Hmm.
They all came through Ellis Island.
But
Keep right,
does that
and
mean
then turn
anything
right.
to you anymore? It doesn't.
I
Does it
mean,
mean?
not much.
Turn right.
Like, just because I've never been into it too much, never been told too much about it, so I didn't really focus on it.
I
Make
the
a
reason
U-turn
why I
now.
say this is because, like I said, I used to.
It's all
I
over
was
now.
married to a girl from Minnesota, and I met up with, yeah, my Danish family there, and the kids that they got, obviously that meant less and less to them where they were from. That's why I'm asking if it means anything anymore.
No, not so much.
Back then, I think when I just came over, they usually got married to the same ones, you know, from the old country, until it got further and further out. But the reason why I was also saying that the fact that in Minnesota you have this town, there were living Danes and there were living Norwegians in the next one. That is that here in Europe, especially in Western Europe, we have a lot of issues with immigrants from third world countries, and it's not going well. I gotta be honest with you. We're complaining about they are clogging up in ghettos,
Yeah.
and they're living the old way in the old country. But then I'm just trying to make the point that we weren't any different when we moved to America. We did just the same as they are doing now.
Yeah.
But with one difference. Native Americans welcome us. Let's say like that. And what we
I don't,
gave to them.
I don't. If you gonna watch, you got Netflix yourself and Croatian Netflix.
Yeah.
You should watch this one. And in fact, native Indians, they actually killed a lot of the European immigrants because they didn't want them there. So yeah. They had a lot of issues with them uh, stealing their land, which they thought were it was their land.
Yeah. Shit.
I am dropped.
Sorry, what?
I dropped my load. But this looks cigarette.
Oh, you already have new load.
Yeah, I just dropped it.
Okay, I'm parking and trying to do that.
Oh, we had different drop-offs?
It seems I'm dropping in Stiller Company.
Yeah, I got it somewhere else. So I'm thinking we'll meet up at the repair shop. That's where I'm headed. To the repair shop in town.
Okay, yeah, I need to repair my truck after that crash in your trailer.
Hey, Trailblazer, I'm gonna ask you. You got kids now?
Do I got kids?
Yeah.
Yes, I got a 10-year-old son and a 12-year-old daughter.
Have you told them it's got no meaning anymore? What your ancestors are, or have they even asked you yourself?
No, it's not a big thing. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people, like I don't get it, but the U.S. they don't really focus on ancestors. Like they don't really focus. A lot of
No,
people,
no,
they don't-
because there's so many generations.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't really. It's not really.
Big deal.
An issue anymore. But do you know when your family actually got to go to Arizona? Was it Arizona you're from?
Yeah.
Because I would reckon they came from somewhere else before that. Do you know where that was from?
I don't.
But am I right saying that Arizona is quite a young state as such?
1903.
Yeah.
When they founded in 1903.
I don't know if you know or not, but my country has the oldest
Get on
flag
it.
in the world. The line of kings are over 1,000 years old.
Yeah, I know.
But just to say so, they must have been immigrating to Arizona from somewhere else before then.
Somewhere.
But
Yeah.
you have no idea of where that was from.
No. All I know is my dad's side of the family, they came
Recomputing.
from Italy. And my mom's side of the family, they came from um, Ireland.
Mm.
That's all I know.
Do you know what time period
Come
they
on, there's a
came?
job to do.
My dad's side of the family came over. I think they came in. I think it was like 150 years ago or something like that. And then
Yeah.
my mom's side of the family, her mom or her great 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 grandma came in like 180 years ago or something like that.
Yeah. So they must have been living somewhere else before they came to Arizona.
Turn left.
Yeah, they came into the U.S. and then went to different cities. Like my mom's from Michigan.
Okay.
My mom was born and raised in Michigan.
Mm.
And
And that was what I was asking for. That was that.
my dad might have been born too. I'm not sure. But yeah, I get what you're saying now. Yeah. But no, as far as like where they
Go straight.
migrated to, I don't know exactly.
No.
I just know they migrated over.
What sort of living are you? What
Get
kind of
ready to
job are
turn
you
left.
doing? If
I
I
do.
might ask.
I do general labor. I do landscaping. I'm a certified
Turn
operator.
left.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
like, I do a lot of heavy.
Landscaping, gardening, and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, hardscaping. I don't do the maintenance version. I do the hardscaping. I put everything.
Okay.
And I've done a lot of general hard labor, which is my operating career of operating tractors on the highways and stuff on the roads.
What about, yeah, now I'm just
Keep
throwing
left,
something out.
and
I
then
mean,
turn
you live in
left.
a country or in a state where there's not a lot of water.
No, we have a few lakes out here. There's quite a bit of lakes in Arizona. There's a few of them, but we don't have
Good driving.
a lot. No, it's a desert state.
Yeah, it is quite dry.
It's just a desert. Nothing but fucking dirt out here. Sucks.
Wait, yeah, but you must also sometimes be making gardens that use a lot of water where you
But I think that
is water
Arizona has,
expensive there?
yeah, they
I
have
mean,
water plants.
Oh, we got well. A lot of the land out here has wells, so water's free for a lot of people that have their own land. When you live in the city, it's not too bad.
I thought it would be when you're living in a desert. Okay.
But like I said, a lot of people in Arizona own land. They own their own land. So, and then you can drop a well on your land and pull your own water.
Okay, but don't you have to go pretty far down on the ground to get your own well?
I have to go. A well here, I don't know how you guys do it or whatever. But it's only so you can only go so far down, and they charge about it's about $6,000, $7,000 to put a well in.
What do you mean anyone can make it their own well? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, as long as it's on your property, yeah.
Yep.
If you own the property and it's not state land, then yes, you can put your own well on it.
And how far you reckon you have to go down on the ground before you find ground?
I think it's I think it's like almost 11,000 feet.
Holy shit.
That's like 3,000 meters.
That's a
Yeah.
lot.
There's some wells out there that are
But
um
with
like
modern
you
technology, that's not so hard to do.
no, it's not
Yeah,
hard to do at all, but it's expensive in order to have the
Yeah,
machine come out and do it. Yeah, you're gonna pay about 10 grand to have a well put in. So,
yeah,
but
and
they
but the
do go
problem I
legal.
see with it is how you're gonna replace it when it's
Well,
empty.
it all depends on the land too, because like up in northern Arizona where I grew up and I was raised out in the land, our well was only like 6,000 feet down. So it all depends on where the water is underground, like how far
Mm.
down the water is.
Yeah.
Um, the natural springs that are down there. So it all depends. There's some that are 3,000 feet. There's some that are 30,000 feet. You know what I mean?
Holy
So
shit.
it all depends on where it is on the crust. You know what I mean? Because it
Yeah, yeah, but the
fluctuates.
problem I see with that when you use that water there, it's not gonna be replaced.
No, it doesn't. Well, yeah, because it's natural. It's inside the crust. Like so,
Yes.
those I forget what they're called. What they call them. It's got its own like yeah. It's just a big, huge part of the crust that's hollow, and it's just got
yeah,
water in
that
it. It's like
kinds,
Water in it.
yeah,
ocean in the water. Yeah,
that
it's like a
kinds
big
of
Yeah,
ocean.
yeah,
wells
but yeah,
never
if
dry.
you eventually empty that, what are you gonna replace it with? That's what I'm
No,
worried about.
because then again, it all depends on the state. It all depends on the location. Like a lot of them here in Arizona, underneath Arizona, the water that goes through the crust in Arizona, it's recycled through the oceans and everything. Everything's all linked to each other underneath. So the
Okay,
reservoirs that we have under Arizona, they won't run out.
okay.
There's certain
I thought
reservoirs
there
that
were.
aren't connected that will run out. Yes, there are certain patches throughout the world that will run out, but there are
Hmm.
quite a few that are connected to the whole ocean and everything else, and it's all connected, so they won't run out.
Okay.
So it all depends on
Okay.
again where you're located.
But farming is that's a sort of a big industry in Arizona.
We're more industrial than anything. Um,
Okay.
because yeah, we have a lot of land out here, but it's not farmland, I would say. We like Phoenix in that area, yeah, there's quite a bit of farms down here in the valley area. But as far as the statewide goes, no, not so much. It's more just the Arizona area or Phoenix, Arizona area
Okay.
mainly that has the farms. We're more industry because there's so many mountains and forest out here. It's hard to build farms.
What do you grow there? Is that the oranges or what? What is it?
We do we do wheat, we do grain and cotton and stuff like
Cotton
so
as well.
yeah,
Okay.
we have cotton here. We got a
Okay.
bunch of cotton fields out here. A lot of it is dairy farms. We got a lot of dairy farms down here,
Okay. I
but
thought
more
it
or
would
less
be too
fields
hot for
for the
that.
dairy farms. Yeah, they do fields for the dairy farms and then fields for manufacturing, production, and stuff as well. So, but it's mainly for the dairy farms.
Okay. Hmm. I honestly I thought that Arizona would be the right place for that.
Well, it would be if it wasn't so deserty. Now, like you go into Colorado and you know the next state up, northern, or the next state over to the east of us or the west of us, then yeah, you start to get more green and everything else. But Arizona is just kind of like Texas. It's all desert, you know. There's not
Mm.
much you can do out here. Like Phoenix, where I live, it during the summertime it averages about 115 plus. So
Fucking hell.
it's kind of hard with dead dry heat. So it feels like 120 degrees outside.
Ah, I don't know how you can live in that. That's way too hot for me.
Like you can cook an egg on the concrete on the
Yeah,
sidewalk here in Arizona. You can. I swear to God, you can crack an egg and cook it right there on the sidewalk.
that's insane.
Yeah, you can cook it on the hood of your car. It's ridiculous. Like, I've my buddy, like Arizona is the western state, it's considered a western state. So our gun rights are open. We have open gun rights. As long as you're 18 years old and you don't have a felony, you can own a gun in the state of Arizona. It doesn't matter.
Well, why are you saying the Western ones? Is that
They
a
consider
right?
No, Arizona, Texas, Colorado, and there's a couple other ones. They're considered the Wild West because those are the original
Yeah.
cowboy West states. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's considered the Wild West. So, like I said, we have open gun rights, just like Texas does. You know, it's considered the Wild
Okay.
West. It was considered the Wild West of the country. So our gun rights have stuck. We have open gun rights, so it doesn't matter. We're allowed to own guns at any. I can go into any store and buy a gun at any moment. I don't have to register nothing.
Do you agree? That's a good idea.
I do. I think the whole country should be that way,
Oh.
but
How
it
come?
has to be it has to be regulated. I agree with it, yes, but it has to be regulated. Like Canada. Canada has open gun rights, but they have one
Yeah.
of the lowest gun rate, like one of the
Yeah, where
lowest
they
criminal rate for gun law. Like their
Yeah.
gun rate, kill rate, and everything else that involves guns is very low, and it all depends on how you regulate it. Texas, it's the same way. Texas is gun things. It's low as well, but Texas believes in the death penalty as they carry the death penalty. So if you shoot somebody and murder somebody in Texas, you're gonna die in the prison in Texas. They're gonna put you to death. Simple as that.
Yeah, not only that, but I also saw that if you are with someone who in fact did it, you can actually go to the. If you are with someone who in fact killed someone,
Yes.
you yourself can go into the jail. Is that right?
In
Or
the United States, they have what's considered guilty by association. Now, what that means by the government law is guilty by association means like if me and you were hanging out
Yeah.
and you
I
shot
shot
someone
someone.
and I
Yeah.
was there, not
Yeah.
only am I going to get guilty by association, but I'm also going to get associated or what is it? Accessory to murder because I knew about it and I know about it and I didn't say anything. So yes,
But
in the
dude,
United States-
don't you think that's insane?
what's that?
Don't you think that's insane?
Oh, I
Why
think guilty
should
by
you go
association
into
is
the
ridiculous.
chair because of what I did? Let's say if I shot someone.
Because I know about it and I didn't do anything about it and I didn't like if you killed
Yeah,
somebody and
but
I didn't say anything
who
about it,
said
but I
you
didn't
could do
publicly-
anything about it?
Well, like in the law, in the United States law, in the government, in that case, like if we were hanging out and you shot someone, if I don't call the cops at that moment, I'm considered guilty by association.
That's crazy.
My job as a U.S. citizen is to call the cops to relieve that crime. And since I didn't do that, I am now guilty by association.
Yeah, and then you gotta go into the chair now. First of all,
Well, not
Tell you.
necessarily the chair. Yes, you're going to get a punishment as well. It's not going to be as bad, of course. Usually you're punished. The original
but it's
punishment
gonna
was
be
for the
pretty rough. We're
Yeah,
at least talking about
like in
20
Texas?
years.
Like in Texas, if you murder somebody, you're going to get the chair. Me, I'll probably sit 20 to life in prison. I won't get out, but I'll sit there for the next 25 years or so. You know what I mean? And that's how it works out here. But
But do you think that's right? Doing that?
no, I don't. I don't think it's right at all. Like, there's a lot about my government that I don't think's right. Like, a lot.
Okay.
You know, government sideways completely. Me, personally, in my own opinion, I'd rather go buy a piece of land, put my own windmills up, put my own solar panels up, get my own water, and live off the grid. Fuck the government. I don't need them. I don't need you. You come on my land, I shoot you. And that's the way it is.
Yeah.
And that's the way
No.
it is in the state of Arizona as well. Like, if I go up and I buy 80 acres somewhere up in land, and I catch somebody on my land, and I shoot you, Texas is the same way. You're trespassing on my land. I have every right to do that because I'm protecting what is mine.
That's crazy. Yeah, but yeah, well, cool.
And that's
I
all in
do
the
like your
amendments, you know?
opinion though about Sorry.
No, it's trust me. I may be a U.S. citizen, but I'll give up my citizenship in a heartbeat. I don't give a damn. It don't matter to me. I just want to
Yeah,
do
but
me.
you want your personal freedom. I that. But for me
And yeah.
as a European, it's crazy the weapon laws that you got.
Yeah, we have open laws, and that's almost anywhere. Like, yes, U.S. it's open gun rights. You're allowed to have guns in the U.S. in certain states. Like, some states, you have to do a lot to have a gun. Now, the southern western states, like I said, Arizona, Texas, so on and so forth, the original western states, they don't care. If you're an adult and you don't have a criminal record, you can have a gun. Like my fiance, she's been incarcerated. She's been in prison. She's a felon, so she's not allowed to own a gun no more because she's got a felony on her record. So
Yeah.
she can't own a gun anymore.
Ušla mi u krivu ulicu.
Which I think stupid because her crimes had nothing to do with firearms. To me, that's just bullshit. Why are you going to take her firearms away if her problem was not with the firearm? Yeah. Well, no, it's not necessarily. Like, okay, my fiance got in trouble for drugs. Okay, she went to drugs when she was a kid in our earlier
What sort
years.
of drugs was that?
She got into methamphetamines when we were young.
Oh, okay.
And
That's
she got in
bad.
trouble for it. But why are you going to take her gun rights away when she has a drug problem, not a gun problem? This is where the government is fucked up in the head. Like, okay, it makes no sense to take her gun rights away if she had a drug affiliation, not a gun affiliation.
It could be that when you are on crystal meth, that you could be an idiot and violate.
Well, no, it doesn't matter if it's a drug charge. It doesn't matter if it's a burglary charge. It doesn't matter if it's a murder charge. It doesn't matter if it's a DUI charge or whatever it is. If you have a felony on your record, you cannot own a firearm in the United States.
Sure.
And I'm like, that's stupid.
I don't think it's stupid if she was on crystal meth. Then I don't want her to be able to have a gun, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah, if you're constantly on it, I agree with it, yes. But she got in trouble one time when she was, 10 years ago? One time 10 years ago? And you're going to take her guns away from her for the rest of her life? That's not fair.
Okay, I don't agree with you on that, but
I can understand if she continued to get in trouble. You know what I mean? Like, this happened one time 10 years ago. She got in trouble. Okay, whatever. Wasn't even worried about firearms at that moment.
But crystal meth is a serious drug.
Oh, well, it is. It is.
Yeah.
It's a serious one, you know. So
it ain't like smoking a spliff or anything like that. It is sort of a bigger thing than that.
So what I would say, honestly, what I would do is, okay, yeah, take her gun rights away. It's been 10 years now. Okay, she has not gotten in trouble. She has not been back into that stuff. She has not anything like that. She should be able to get her rights back since she's a normal human now.
But,
you know what I mean?
but does it mean to get your life back? That means that you got your gun rights back.
Yeah, I mean,
is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you straighten your life out. People fuck up. We're human. It's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
People fuck up.
Sure.
Okay, she
Sure.
fucked up one time 10 years ago and has been good and clean ever since. Why shouldn't she be able to get it back? Why shouldn't she be able to get that right back?
I would, however, argue with you and say that you should never be able to get any arms whatsoever. That's how it is in my country. You can't even have a fucking knife to cut
Let's
boxes
get this
in my
job
country.
done.
Yeah, well,
I'm
I think it's wrong.
serious. I'm
I mean, a
serious.
lot of
That's
the
how it
U.S. thinks
is.
it's wrong. But I mean, again, that's different countries. A lot of the
Sure,
U.S. think that
sure.
that's not fair.
But why do you? I'm trying to understand why do you need it?
Turn left.
Well, just
Just in
Get
well,
ready
case.
to
turn
me,
left.
I'm a Southern boy. Yeah, just in case, protection one. Like my daughter's 12 years old. She's got a hunting license.
Turn left.
Sure.
I want to go hunting with my fiance. My fiance can't, or my wife can't go hunting because she can't legally
Keep
hold a
right,
gun.
and
She
then
can't
turn
legally
right.
fire a gun.
But
So she can't
why
go
do
hunting.
you
with
need a gun to go hunting
Turn right.
or fishing?
just different experiences. Yeah, I can go out hunting with a bow all day
Finally,
long,
we are here.
all day long. But certain animals take
That's
more than a bow.
me as a European. I don't understand that.
Me and as American, we grew up hunting. That's what we do.
Yeah, we do as well, but
Not as much,
we
not as faithfully as we do.
yeah, but you don't need those weapons
Yeah.
or gun.
The
When
point
you're hunting
is,
certain things, you do. Yes, you
yeah.
have to have a certain. Like if you're going out and you're hunting moose or you're hunting bear, you're not going to take either one of them out with a bow. You're not going to do it.
Yeah,
The
but
bow's
you
gonna
No,
hit
don't
your
no,
hand
need.
no,
off like a
no. We
ball.
don't have
Yeah.
bears here in Europe. That is
Oh, yes,
correct.
we do. Yes, we do. But we are
Not
not.
where I live.
We don't need Air for 15 or AK-47 for hunting. But you
No,
can
no.
buy those
You need
in
a hand
Walmarts
rifle.
almost.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the point. Okay, it's okay to have own hunting weapon, even
but you got to remember the
pistol.
AR-15 and the AK. Those aren't hunting weapons. Those are
Yeah,
protection
but
weapons.
yeah, but
Yeah,
do you
but
really
they
need
are
fully
Russian, not
automatic
you.
weapons, especially if you have
Like
kids in your house? Yeah,
I
that's
have my gun rights and I have my gun laws, and I don't own an AR-15. I don't own an AK.
yeah,
I own a
but if
shotgun.
you
I
yeah,
own a rifle and a pistol. Those
yeah,
are the only. And I use them for hunting. Like that's it.
yeah, but
What do
if
you
You
need
know?
a pistol for, if I may ask you? So, for hunting.
Pistol, pistol's more for personal protection around the house, around my family, so on and so
Okay.
forth.
You feel that's necessary to have a pistol for your
Oh yeah,
personal
yeah.
protection.
Come live in
Okay.
Phoenix, Arizona. Yes, definitely. Like the
Okay.
states, okay, everybody has freedom here, but our crime rate is pretty high.
yeah, okay,
It's
but
just the way it is.
yeah, I
Okay.
know that in some states you have to keep your weapon not
like
concealed,
in northern
so
Arizona,
anybody can see that you actually have weapon and you.
like in northern Arizona where I grew up, we carried pistols on our hip for one thing, pretty much and one thing only, and that's when you're out and about running around, running on quads and stuff, and you run into a mountain lion or you
Yeah.
run into a pack of wolves or something like that.
Yeah,
That's what I mean by protection. I'm not so much people protection. I don't care about people. But
Yeah.
yes, somebody comes in my house, I'm putting a hole in you. I don't know you, I'm putting a hole in you, you're in my house. Get out of my house. My family's in here. Simple as that. You know? So,
Do you know the law in my country? Let's say you're trying to break into my home, and I'm gonna break your face with a fucking baseball bat. Do you know
yeah.
who's gonna go to jail?
you.
It,
I
Yeah.
am going to jail because I was using unnecessary force.
Yep.
yeah, excessive use of force, exactly. And that's where they get you here in the U.S. too, because we have that too. Now, it all depends. Like, if I saw someone coming through my window and he had a weapon in his hand, okay, if he
Yeah.
has a knife in his hand, I can go after him with a knife or my hands. I can't go past the knife. 'cause
But
that's
you
using
can't go with a
excessive force.
gun.
I can point the gun at him and I can try to get him to subdue and everything else. And if he doesn't listen and then he puts my life in danger, then I can use my gun. But I literally have to be backed into a corner and got nowhere to go in order to use
Before it's all right for you to use a gun.
Like, yeah, if you're climbing through my window, even if you're unarmed, if you're climbing through my window and I pull a gun on you,
Yeah.
and you don't stop and you charge me, I can put one into your leg. I can kill you, but I can incapacitate you, is what it is.
Yeah,
I can put one in your leg, I can put one in your arm, but I can't go for a kill shot. If I go for a kill shot, then it's considered excessive
Then you
use.
used unnecessary force.
Exactly, unnecessary force. Now, like
Yeah.
I said, if you're running at me and I got nowhere to go, my family's behind, especially if my daughter's right next to me, and if I'm at a parking lot and someone comes up to me and threatens my family and goes to charge at my daughter and I pull my gun out and I shoot him, that's legal. Because
Okay.
that's protecting my family. That's protecting
Mm.
what is considered mine.
That I don't know. I honestly also think that you're left off easier here if you were protecting your own family. But I don't know if it is or not. But I do
mean, the gun
believe it
rights are
is
so
the same
crazy.
way. Yeah.
Yeah. And that I agree with, okay? Like, if,
Oh,
somebody's
yeah, for
going
sure.
after my family and I tell them to stop and they don't, then, yeah, I'm going to do what I got to do to save my family. But
Yeah, fucking hell, so will I.
I don't care if there's a gun law or not. I don't give a damn.
Yeah. When you are in that situation, I'll completely agree with you.
But, and then, where I was raised up in land, if somebody's on our land, I can pull a gun on you and tell you to leave my land if you refuse
You
to
can't
leave my
do that
land.
here.
Yeah, no, you can do that here.
You cannot. The only time you can have a gun is if you got a hunting license, and a hunting license is actually it ain't easy to obtain.
See, now
And
here in the
there
U.S.,
you
check
can
this
only
out.
have a shotgun. You can only have a shotgun.
See, here in the U.S., if I have land and I have it posted on my fence, no trespassing, violators, and whatever violators will be shot and prosecuted, then I can legally shoot you on my land as long as I got a sign that says that. Because then it's up to
So
you
you
whether
only
you want
gotta
to
have a
acknowledge it.
license if you this is private property, and then it'll be illegal for you to shoot them.
Yes, private property is legal. Yes.
Okay.
My house, my land, I can use my weapon on my house and my land. That's out in the country. Now here in the city, it's totally different. Because if I step out in my front yard, pull a gun, and shoot off a round or something, then you can get in trouble because there's all kinds of laws about that.
Mm.
If I shoot a gun inside my house, I can get in trouble for shooting a firearm in city limits.
Okay.
So,
What?
yeah, they're strict about the gun laws. There's certain things you can and can't do. There's certain types of guns you can and can't have. And there's certain kind of rounds you can and can't have. You can't have armor-piercing rounds in your gun. You're not allowed. They catch you with armor-piercing rounds, that's a felony.
I mean, honestly, why would you want to have that?
AP rounds? I don't know.
Yeah, come on. That's only for the fucking military that you would want to have that, to be honest.
Exactly. But there's people that do it.
Sure.
There's people that have them.
But it's insane. I mean, why would you want it?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think a hollow point's good enough.
Yeah, definitely. I just don't understand why you want to have that should be only for the military.
And I agree,
Yeah.
and that's why that law is set too. Civilians should have AP rounds. Civilians shouldn't be able to own AP rounds.
No. But
And that's why they're starting
problem
to make a lot
I
of guns
got-
illegal too.
the problem that I got with the gun laws is that you as a civilian can have a M16. I don't
Yeah.
know if you are allowed to have that, but that's a fully automatic. Yeah, what they're using in the army.
Yeah.
Why? I ask myself, why would you feel that was necessary to have that?
To have military
That's
grade
just
weapons. Yeah.
well, yeah, okay. When it comes to an M16, like okay, they have the civilian version which is considered the M4. Now, if
Hmm.
you get caught with a military like an M16 that's built military status, yes, they'll take that from you. That's a federal offense. You can't have a military issued gun for the most part.
Okay, that's not legal. Okay.
Like, and what that is yeah, we can have all these guns, but we can't have a fully automatic gun. We have to have a fully automatic or semi-auto. It has to be both. It can't be just fully automatic. You're not allowed. You have to have that switch.
Okay.
So, and if they catch you without that switch, yeah, that's a federal offense. They'll take your guns from you.
But
So there's a
you think
lot
it
to it.
would be all right to be able to obtain or
Well,
have
yeah,
why?
yeah, because I mean, even me, like me and my friends, a bunch of us, like we used to be a bunch of us. We used to be like 15, 20 of us. We get together, we go out and we buy ammo, and we go out to the woods and we go shooting for a weekend. We go shoot shit for a weekend. So it's nothing to go out for a weekend and shoot off some rounds, go target practice, stuff like that. And that's what those guns are for. Those guns are more for luxury. And that's part of being a US citizen
Sure.
is you have all these luxuries. You can go buy those guns. You're allowed to have
Sure.
those guns.
We
But then
had
people
we,
buy these guns and use them for different reasons, which is making it harder on the rest of us and everybody else.
yeah, and that's the danger. That is that the cunts are also gonna be able to abuse it.
Oh yeah, everybody abuses it. It's just like alcohol. People abuse alcohol too.
True,
But it's still
but
legal. It's never gonna be illegal.
y- no, because if you do, the criminals are gonna be a lot more richer if we do
And
that.
and it's the same thing with the guns. If you take away the US's guns at this moment, every gun owner out there is going to get pissed off, and yeah, you're going to have a civil war eventually.
I can't disagree with you on that. Yeah.
So, and instead of taking it away, they're just going to try and manage it, which it's getting harder and harder to manage, and they're going to have to figure something out.
Do you know what? In my country, they're still finding weapons from the Second World War, and this is 80 years ago.
Oh yeah, we're still digging up stuff from World War One.
Yeah. So,
We're still
so
finding
you're
stuff from
absolutely
World War
right.
One.
If you stop using it today, it's gonna take forever before it's gone. But
Oh yeah.
you have to start somewhere, somehow.
And they're just going to get more strict with the gun laws, and they are. The gun laws have gotten a lot more strict in the last 10 years than they ever have.
Mm.
So, because we've had a lot of shootings and stuff going on, so the gun laws are racking up. You know what I mean?
I would like to say, but I don't know if you heard there was a shooting in Germany
Yeah,
this
2 days
week.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Where
heard about that.
was it 9 people who got killed?
Yeah,
Is that right?
I think
So,
so.
yeah. So I'm not saying it ain't. It also happens over here.
It happens everywhere, and that's gonna happen when you have all these guns and you have all these. Yeah, you can't regulate them once they're out on the street. You can't.
Yeah, but the reason for this was I knew it exactly when it happened. That was it was gonna be against the Muslim community because
Yeah.
what happened in my part of the world is that too many Muslims got got into Europe, uh, and it's gonna destroy my country and my continent
Why?
Oh yeah.
because there got too
I'll be right
many
back.
of them in here, and we can't cope with it.
Why
That
you think
this
that
is
you
what.
don't can co-op with Muslims?
Okay, I can tell you the reason why is that you look at the statistics, and the statistics are saying that the most criminal people in my country are of Muslim descent. And this is nothing that I'm making up. This is made by the Danish government. I'm sorry to say so. And it's not just by a few, it's in fact by a lot.
How long in past when that trend starts? In last few years or in general like 20, 40 years ago?
Yeah, it's in 20 years. It's in fact in 20 years. I'm sorry to say so, but that's how the statistics are.
Hmm.
I'm not talking about people from part of the world you're from, but I'm talking about people from Iran or Iraq or stuff like that. Somalia. They are more in statistics. In fact, they are 3 times as often in the criminal statistics as regular Danish. Uh, I'm gonna have to take a piss.
Okay. Okay, how late? Oh, I think that will be my last delivery. I will start from here tomorrow. Thanks for company, Trailblazer.
No problem at all. Thank you for the convo, man.
Yeah, it was fun. Oh, I just pimped up my new PT Cruiser truck because that international looks really PT Cruiser like.
Right.
Okay, so probably tomorrow, same time, same place.
Okay. I'll
See
probably
you.
be on for a little while more.
Okay, see you. Bye bye. Have a great day.
Bye bye.